Now, since the Kotaku leaks, I've been quite excited for our London-based Watch Dogs game, and with the delays coming to Watch Dogs Legion, I feel this the beginning of a very, very good game. We've seen games fail and fall short from perfection just due to the sheer fact of crunch culture. This times could be different. Now, my wish list for Watch Dogs is simple. It breaks down to in-game. This includes game mechanics, music, DLC. I'm a big fan of DLC done well. However, there's certain rules when it comes to DLCs. You've just got to get them right or they're a mess. And out of game stuff. Out of game can be stuff like Easter eggs, side projects, all the kind of extra bits that kind of make or break a video game. In game, I love both Watch Dogs 1 and 2 in their own special ways, and I'd love to see another soundtrack for the game. Hudson Mohawk, I'm going to butcher that, did an amazing job with the soundtrack for the second game, and it did so well. As the game's based in London, I'd love to see a lot of music by, our good old boys, Dualcore. Gotta get them back. More than an advert slot, I'd like to see a little bit more of their content kind of pushed towards the game. Likewise, in game, I'm hoping for some like pop punk kind of vibe, with music from groups like the Sex Pistols, Oasis, smaller English bands. I really like the idea of like a cheesy radio station, which is nothing but proper English songs, like classics. It'd literally be amazing. The idea of collaboration, asking fans of the game to submit music to be used in the game is quite exciting. Obviously, like, fans of the game are coming together now to make really awesome music, and I genuinely can't wait to see what happens. Another thing I'd like to see is a stronger kind of influence on stealth gameplay. With London being a bit of a different city compared to the two previous games, I'd like to see more of an influence on kind of this ghost gameplay. I'd like to take a very kind of white glove approach to like missions where I can sit there and camp, and maybe at most I fire a silenced pistol or a sniper rifle. Like, I want to be able to focus on kind of that true stealth immersion, be able to use drones, spider bots to just get shit done, frankly. The return of tools and gadgets. It's London, it's the future. There's such a large opportunity to see with cool gadgets to their full potential. With the history of kind of like 007 and Kingsman and British spy movies, I'm sure there's something that they could throw in, an explosive pen. Something satirical like that would be really entertaining. Customizable masks. Now, this was something we've seen in some of the trailers and some of the content they've released for Watch Dogs Legion, and I think this is a really cool thing. Obviously, people loved the idea of kind of the customization, such as in games like Payday 2. I think that'd be really effective, and it'd give a new kind of flavour to the kind of gameplay. I know I can't wait to have kind of a band of kind of secret agent gentlemen to all go together and go and do missions. I'm really looking forward to that. Now, DLC. DLC is always a kind of a trivial topic if it's done correctly. There will be a lot of like praise and love for it. However, if it's done wrong, it gets a lot of kind of stick and a lot of like bad press. Both Watch Dogs 1 and 2 did amazing jobs with the DLC, and I hope that Legion just can keep up the act. I loved the side campaign of Bad Blood. I thought it was amazing. I really enjoyed playing as T-Bone. This kind of being able to see a deeper side of his story, and likewise with Watch Dogs 2, I felt I got my worth out of it with Human Condition and No Compromise, along with all the kind of like artsy kind of like stuff that was really cool. It was Watch Dogs 2 was well worth it for the people who wait around. No. Once you waited around, you got so much good content. I'm hoping for a kind of similar kind of support, maybe 5 sections released over kind of every month and a half, maybe a new thing. I know the pre-order for the Golden Edition already confirmed 4 heroes and missions. Hopefully something good comes from that. I'm quite looking forward to see how Ubisoft play kind of the DLC kind of game in this kind of new kind of almost genre they're pushing of kind of be anybody, play anybody, anytime. I really like this idea. Now, for out of the game, one thing I really did enjoy about the first Watch Dogs game was the out of game content. Not only did you have the game, but as some of you know, you had Dark Clouds, a spin-off kind of ebook that went deeper into the world of the original Watch Dogs game, like with a new plot and the character of Mick Wolfe, like who was an ex-Delta Force who found himself like caught up in the underground of Chicago. It was like a really, really nice addition to the game. Personally, myself, I'd like to see something similar to the Final Hours style books that was seen with stuff like the Valve games, so like Portal 2 and Half-Life Alyx, discussing kind of, the thought and the production behind the game. Likewise with funny anecdotes and, funny stories of like, oh, this happened in the office and this paved a change to this and that and whatsoever. I'm sure there'll be like Canadian and American company developing a British game. I'm sure there's loads of stuff like that, really, really kind of funny, kind of anecdotal kind of stuff that's happened. And I think it'd give kind of a more human feel to the game. I think it'd be quite interesting. Obviously, it's kind of one of these things that they'd have to go through documentation for it. But I think it could, in the long run, I believe it could be a really nice addition to the game if they didn't go back to kind of like that bookish kind of like, dark clad spin-off kind of thing. I think it'd be a really, really nice addition. Now, that's all from me in regards to my hopes for the game. Who knows what Ubisoft will give us? Only time will tell. Obviously, these are my thoughts on it, and I'd like to know your guys. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe as well. Comment down below what you want. Comment down below what your expectations are, what your hopes, your dreams are. Are you hoping for something cool? Are you hoping for like monster trucks or something wild in London? I think that'd be pretty crazy. I want to create more content as we're coming towards Watch Dogs Legion, but please, Ubi, give me some content. Give me something to make a video on. Please. For me?